I've started recording. Why am I being. Hang on. Why am I named McKenna? Oh,
That's
no,
a
that must.
very good question.
Is that just the name of the character I got by default? Whatever.
Oh, probably.
Because I still got all my gear, so I assume it's not forgotten who I am.
I would hope not. But
Hmm.
yeah, are you sure you're awake enough to want to play?
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll take me a little bit to get warmed up. But I'll get to it. I mean, I've started record. I've done podcasts with the guys that I like was like 5 or 10 minutes within waking up, and
Oh shit.
those ones are rough. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I would assume so. We at least saved when sun was coming up. So that's good. We don't have to face anything drastic right off the bat. We can adapt a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to going back and kind of, I don't know, growing out my little continent here, Mike World,
Yeah.
since I now actually have a place to do stuff and get stuff done.
Yeah. 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 That's kind of what I was figuring was that we'd be coming back sooner rather than later because we left in a spot where there's a lot of anticipation.
Yeah,
It was getting to be
that's
pretty
right.
late
Yeah.
night, and the fucking Seinfeld cannibal bit. That
Yeah,
what
it's good.
hilarious, but there went a lot of our energy.
Yeah, that's true. Good thing to end on, but yeah.
Oh, that was
Did you end
fucking
up?
great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I went back and listened to some of it. It
Uh,
really kind of wrote itself. Once the floodgates opened, it was just kind of it was endless from there.
like we're ultimately just lucky that like you brought up the Seinfeld defense again of like, well, I got a repeated pattern of behavior, so yeah, and I just thought like, well, I'm sure that defense would work for Jeffrey Dahmer, and we were off to the
Right.
races.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm not even totally sure if that's what he said. I can't remember what the exact excuse was, but I think it was one of those things to where it was kind of like, oh well, they're celebrities and they're kind of used to controversy, but whatever, they're both grown adults and they're
Well, one
both
of them is in.
consenting and they well, I mean to be fair, yeah, one of them wasn't really an adult. She was 17 and who knows how many. I would hope she was at least 17. I think she might have been 16, but I think no. I'm almost sure she was 17. But still, that's legally a kid in a lot of places. Again, I guess
Well,
not New York.
close enough to the date where close enough to the age where you can join the military, but not enough to drink.
Yeah, the song is it Eve of Destruction or Eve of Destruction? I can't remember who does the song, but yeah, the one of the lyrics is old enough to kill but not for voting.
Yep.
Yeah, which is really kind of fucked up when you think about it, as was his point.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to have you remind me again because I always forgot, but I always tend to forget what the numbers are. But I think it's a neat formula. What again is the factor for determining whether or not it seems morally right to date somebody under your age?
Half
It's
your age
seven
plus
something,
7.
half your age plus seven. Okay. Let's see.
And
If she was 17,
if the formula works out with it being a number higher than your number, that means you shouldn't be dating yet.
yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. Half your age plus seven. Okay, so this is 94, 5-ish, I think, somewhere around there. I'm trying to think of how old he would have been at that time. I don't know how old he is now. I guess I can't
Couldn't
really
he
do the
still
math.
do it now?
He might. I mean, I guess if he get away with it when he was younger, and so were his dates, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got that reputation anymore or what. I just know that kind of after, as we were talking before, after Seinfeld, everyone kind of went and did their own thing, and I don't know what he did. I don't know if he went back to stand up or what. I kind of don't think he did. I know he's been in a couple of those weird random videos online. You'll see like whatever, like riding in a car with comedians, like some kind
Yeah.
of rando thing like that. Yeah,
That's
and
his video series that he does, I think, is
oh,
writing
is
in a
that
car.
his whole thing? Okay.
Yeah, and he gets various comedians to hop in cars with them. So he can abduct
Oh.
them and eat them.
It
Yeah.
begins again.
Yeah, Seth, I'd love for you to be on here, be in here. Why does the car seat look like it's a oven? Well,
A car seat in the shape of an oven. That's pretty impressive.
And Seth
Also
Rogen's
impressive is,
stupid enough to sit in it.
yeah. Well, I like this Jerry Seinfeld guy. I'll just have a seat right here. Nothing bad will happen here.
Well, okay.
I'm sure everything. It's very small. I'm not sure there's humans here, but I did find a village already.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
pretty cool. Yeah, it's super, super small. Well, usually on a meadow, the villages are really, really big. So I'm kind of confused about this one, but yeah, I haven't seen a human being so far. I found a couple zombies. I think they were like village zombies. I believe. I didn't really take that good of a look. It looks like there's a bunch of carrots growing here though, so that's good. I can get a bunch of stock up on meals, get an edge up on that really quick.
Yeah.
And look inside some of these houses. What the hell am I standing on? Oh, spider webs. I forgot about those. That make you walk really slow. Oh, here's a kitty.
Oh, right. Yeah, they do put spider webs in villages sometimes. I forgot about that.
They sometimes do, yeah. I kind of forgot about their entire existence as an item.
I was
Used to
about
be a
to.
big thing that you'd... Yeah.
I was just about to say that it's like, oh no, you've not wandered in. That's not. You're in a mine shaft, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Normally I would see them in mine shafts. That's right.
And that's where you run into the baby poison spiders, which is not a good time.
Right.
There's a lot of video games where poison is a joke. Minecraft ain't one of them.
No, the other day when we were playing last, I had to get away from a witch. I can't remember where I was, but I encountered a witch and it was like, okay, yeah, I got to get away from here because that could have spelled some problems,
Oh yeah.
some trouble. But now I got to figure out where my village is from, or where my home is from this village, because I just took a little cat, and I have to make sure he doesn't die on the way back home. Poor little fella.
Map
All
project
right.
continues back here, but a project I'm going to get to work on after the map is going to be finding a damn saddle.
Yeah. You know, it used to be a lot easier to find mine shafts. Now I
Yeah.
haven't. I mean, I guess I haven't super explored, but you know, in my explorations in the game so far, I've not encountered anything resembling one. Just
Yeah.
big, giant, yeah. You know, the canyon or not canyons rather, but the big sinkholes and stuff like that. I'm not sure if there's actual Minecrafts or mine shafts anymore.
I would hope there's
There's
Minecrafts in
definitely some
here.
Minecraft. Yeah, the game does have some Minecraft.
You got your Minecraft in my Minecraft. Wait, this kind of works out.
Yeah, it does.
I'm no longer
Seems
going to
like.
kick your ass.
Oh, I didn't know that was on the table.
That'd have been a very different version of the old peanut butter and chocolate thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass for what you've done. This is a delicious combination. Never mind.
You got your peanut butter in my chocolate. You got my chocolate in my peanut butter. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Well, let's taste this first to make sure that we should do this. Well, actually, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Nope, I'm gonna. Yeah, my murderous rage is staved off for another day.
Yeah,
Let's hope
yeah. You're
tomorrow the next guy I run into, for his own sake, better have something goddamn tasty too. I also want to beat him to fucking death.
yeah, yeah. So you're okay for now.
Yeah. Shit, I
Fucker.
guess I better wander around with something tasty on me at all times.
That's just a good idea in general.
Yeah.
You never know when you're gonna need something tasty. Okay, I've escorted this kitty here that I took from the village. I lassoed it. You know, I grabbed it with a lash. So I don't know
At
now if
that
that
point, it's
just
really more
means.
of a leash.
Yeah, I don't know if that means it officially belongs to me now or what. Because if not, he's poor little
No.
guy's gonna run all the way back.
I don't believe that means it's your cat now. Though that said, I'm not sure that cats actually like in Minecraft actually per se know what their home is.
Hmm. Well,
So
I'd
it
feel
probably
really
won't
bad if
run
I.
all the way back at least.
Let me see. Let me unleash the poor little fella.
It'll probably run off, but cats in Minecraft just do that.
Hmm. You okay, little guy? feel really bad if I took him from his home and he wants to go back. Well, yeah, I honestly can't tell. And I feel kind of bad. He's running and meowing. I think he's trying to run from me.
Hmm.
Well, tomorrow I might have to go bring the poor guy back. I would figure that I couldn't have taken an animal if it wasn't mine, leash or otherwise.
Oh no, you
I
could
guess that means
absolutely become a cattle rustler.
yeah, I guess I literally did just walk up and just lasso a creature that belonged to somebody else and just took him. I basically just pulled him away. Well, I'll bring him
Well,
back, poor little fella.
that village is pretty empty, so who knows?
It is. I didn't see any I didn't see any living villagers over there. I didn't explore it super long, but I'm gonna have to go back. Let's see. I have a good amount of torches. Do I have any coal? Don't have any coal yet, but it's a small enough village to go check. Yeah, I just don't want the poor little guy running. I just feel guilty. You know how I am with cats. I don't care if it's a video game or not. I feel guilty. Anything bad happening to kitties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to. Once it's light, I'll have to go back and give some more exploration. But I guess in the meantime, I'll have to. Let's see. I don't have a furnace installed yet or anything. I have some work to do. Cook myself some food.
Yeah. Gotta dig down and get yourself some cobble, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even have any cobblestone at the moment. Let's see. Do I have any stored? Oh, I do have a bunch of coal. That's good. All right. So what are you doing in your? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm downriver from my place. I can get back there in not too long of a time, and I can sleep if you want to. But
Yeah, only if you feel like it. I just jumped in my bed just in case, just out of habit, I suppose. But I don't really need anything right now.
yeah,
I'm just gonna look and see if I can find some kind of cave. I know I've run across a couple. I just can't remember quite where they are. Oh, there's a witch. I don't like them spawning so close to my house.
torch it up and they won't spawn.
Yeah, it's not so close that they'd be able to get to my place. But although a damn zombie just showed up in my fence line, I don't know how that happened.
Not fully
Asshole.
torched up, a dark spot. What about your roof?
Yeah, probably the roof. That would make sense. That would actually make a lot of sense. Okay, come here, zombie. All right. Yeah, let me go back inside because I don't have any. Just broke the one sword I had.
Two baby cows slipped out of the cow pen during the previous cow orgy, and they're both just looking in like, "Let me in."
Yeah, they got out of a fun spot. And plus, they know that they're going to be killed for food at some point, so they figure, well, I want to make the most of life while I still have the chance.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well.
So what is going on in your game currently?
I'm pretty happy with the map so far. I've got pretty well the entirety of the river network, at least the river network that's not frozen, mapped out. Halfway curious what the frozen part looks like, because that probably stretches into your old territory, your old stomping grounds.
Quite possibly.
I can still stand to cover more Pink's coastline. Yeah, if I get 3 more leather, then I can fill in 3 more spots on this map. Then I'm going to focus on doing something else. Like I said, maybe I'm going to do a little bit of digging. I could probably stand to have some coal anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise you'll wind up in the situation that I was in.
Yep. Well, that cow's outside of the pen. Time for it to die.
Poor thing. Made a very poor mistake. Very unfortunate decision.
It's probably sitting there like, I don't get to fucking the orgy pen. End my life now.
It's just what it's called now, is the orgy pen.
Oh yeah, brother.
Okay, no, let's see. Zombies keep suddenly somehow showing up in my I don't know. I guess I would also call it a pen. Where the fuck are they coming from? The area is pretty lit up. I'm not really sure how that's happening here. I did just get the roof. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're hopping over the thing that I made to get the animals in here in the first place. I forgot that zombie will do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you
All
gotta
right,
make
let's
sure
get
it's
rid of
built in such a way where they can't just hop over.
that. Yeah, that was my mistake.
Yeah, yeah, that's the issue I was having earlier with my bridge being built so close to my fence. Is that there's a
Oh yeah,
staircase that is small enough they can just hop out. Excuse me, big enough they can just use it to hop over my fence.
yeah.
Oh, what am I doing? That's not how you do it. Stupid.
Are you by your place to sleep? Otherwise, it's not a big deal. I'll continue if you aren't.
Yeah, give me just a moment to finish crafting what I'm crafting.
That's fine. On my end,
Okay.
it's dark and raining, so it's kind of visibility's a little on the low side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hop in bed. Give me a minute. All right, there we go.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, there's an Enderman in my house. That's a new one.
Well, just don't look at him, and he'll be a cool roommate.
Yeah, just weird to wake up with one. It's like, oh yeah, there's one of them.
Howdy.
Yeah. Okay, now I just have to figure out where that village is. I'll be able to go from there. Fortunately, I have a river going around more or less around the outskirts of my property. I may be able to just follow that, because I think that led to the village. Hard to say.
Okay, so that's gonna be where I expand the map for a little bit, yeah. Gonna be heading out to Pink side of town for this bullshit.
He's probably going to be really confused about what we've done.
Well, I don't know. He never visited my property once. He
Did he
sat around
really?
his property.
Never saw it?
I not last session. I don't think.
Oh, no shit. Huh.
I want to say he was mostly just milling around his own property, finding a couple caves, getting killed by zombies a few times.
Yeah. Well, then maybe he won't be. I figured it'd be like, wow, what's all this crazy new stuff? But I guess it'll all be new to him one way or the other.
Yeah. That's gonna be the thing with Pink. There is that like he's such a newbie to Minecraft that it's like so much of it is gonna be new stuff.
That's also weird. I mean, again, I could have swore that he played it a lot more, but I guess not. I guess it's just a new thing to him.
Yeah.
I didn't perceive it that way. He seemed to also more or less know what he was doing. He didn't seem to ask about, unless I missed it. I forgot maybe. I don't know. He seemed to understand the concept of how to make items. Like he didn't ask, okay, like wait a minute, you have to put items in this grid thing, whatever. But then I guess he did play at least a little bit with you guys before.
Also, he's not using. I don't believe he's using the grid. I believe he's using the little crafting menu on the side they added.
Oh yeah, actually, quite possibly.
The peasant's way of crafting. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I have been refusing to use that thing. I find it kind of, I don't know. It's just too easy. It's just like, here, press a button and have stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think you and me both coming from back in a period when Minecraft were like recipes for crafting things were almost a mystery that you find out. Like it's odd to see then where now there's just a system that's like this. How you do it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm used to the trial and error. I prefer it that way. I mean, I teach their own. It's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having it there, but I would prefer not to avail myself of it personally.
There's always something wrong with Pink.
I mean, I wouldn't have said that, but now that you've brought it up, yeah, I guess it's fair to agree. Poor Pink. Poor weird something always wrong with him, Pink.
Yeah. He needs help.
That sounded genuine. It sounded like real concern in your voice. Poor fella. He's probably at work right now or doing something stupid, one of the two.
Like visiting with his family. What the
Yeah.
fuck was that? Yeah, it sounded like I dropped something, but I didn't.
Couldn't
Weird.
say.
Yeah, very, very weird. Okay, well, Anyways, here we go. This should be the last of the 3 maps I'm going to be working on for now.
All right.
Take these on back and have a still not done map, but definitely some good progress on it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to think it's possible that everybody in this village, because I just found it again, it seems like everyone might be a zombie.
It may be such a small village, there was only 3 or 4 villagers, and the zombies were able to kill them in the night.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone that I'm finding who should be a villager is in fact zombified.
Hmm.
That's sad. Yep. There's a lot of what could have been people here, but no, they're zombies, and there's lots of spider webs around. Lots of spider webs. Is it possible to have a zombie village? Like a village that actually spawns as zombies?
That's what I'm wondering, is that, like, did they add a, like, pre-wiped out village?
It's looking that way. Yeah. Now that I think about it, there's like a lot of dead kind of. I don't know if it's just the particular fauna, flora. I don't know if it's the particular flora in this area or what, but there's like a lot of kind of like viney stuff, kind of deadish trees, and yeah, lots of these houses have very conspicuous spider webs in like torn up holes. So I do think it's an actual zombie village, which I didn't know that was a thing, but it's looking like it is.
Ugh.
Yeah, weird. Well, now I have to rescue the cats. Do you know what happens if you rescue them and well, whatever, like steal them, I guess, for better or worse, and then take them and put them in your village, and then like, can you then like feed them something to make them yours? I guess you
I
could, couldn't you?
know you were asking that earlier, and I don't think there's a way to steal pets from other, because otherwise players would steal pets from each other all the time, right?
I guess that's true.
I would probably guess if you put it in a fence, you can't get it to, it won't leave, but otherwise it's just gonna wander off.
Yeah, I just feel bad, kind of like imprisoning it then, basically.
Well, otherwise it's just gonna be wandering around that zombie village for the rest of the time.
Yeah, that is true. That does seem to be the case. I guess at some point when I get, I don't know, prolific enough, I guess, advanced enough, I guess I can spawn some villagers. I don't remember how exactly that works.
Oh boy, yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah, there was a whole process, and I just don't remember.
I forget if
But
they made it possible for you to just make spawn eggs.
you, oh, that's a good question. God, I don't know. Yeah, because there's another cat out here running around, and I can get them to breed and have babies, and I guess the babies would be mine. I think. But
Uh, yeah. Do you have cooked fish on you, or well, I forget if it's cooked fish or raw fish.
I have raw fish, so I can start off the bat trying with that and see what happens from there.
Yeah. Oh man, I never explored that cave with the amethyst in it. That's right.
Did we determine what that does, the amethyst? I don't recall.
I know I could use it to make the spyglass and also the skulk detector or whatever that is.
Oh yeah. Found a bunch of paper. You'll have to remind me later how to make a map, because I could use some myself now that I'm in a different spot.
Just all paper.
That's just it, really.
Yeah.
Pure paper all the way around, complete.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's super easy. And yeah, this is definitely before or after. Either way, this is a super zombie village, 100%. I've encountered like my 10th zombie, but not a single person.
I just tried to burn a chainmail helmet.
That was a silly thing to try.
Yes, it was.
These fucking spider webs take forever to destroy when you're trapped in one.
Oh yeah.
God, it's like a minute solid of cutting at the damn thing. There we go, finally. I found a yellow bed, and I like yellow, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to make that my new bed. Oh, damn it. I fell in another fucking spider web. Ah, There we go. Okay, got out of that one.
Alrighty.
Yeah, not so bad. All right, let's get out of this house. Although, what is this building material? What did I just get? What is that? Once I can drop, let's see. No, I can drop the leather pants. I have found white terracotta.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a neat white, kind of like a white striped, basically like a. Oh, how would I describe it? Like a linoleum floor. Looks pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Found a house made out of it, so it's mine now.
Oh. Fuck the people that
Yeah.
owned it.
Yeah, there's nothing in here but a zombie, so it's mine now, fuckers.
Oh, well, the previous owner's dead, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that actually really literally does seem to be the case.
Oh, you fucker.
What happened?
The skeleton's always, like, whenever you swipe at him with the, if you swipe at him with a sword, you have to lower your shield for just a second, and it's always just before the shield goes back up.
Oh, yeah, I can picture that.
Whoops.
All right. Oh, it's already almost sundown again. Shit. I was not able to do a whole lot at this village.
I'm deep in the mines, so I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's dusk.
Yeah.
I saw another cat out here somewhere. I'm gonna try and run back home with him if I can, but it's getting pretty dark. I don't know.
Well, this is a rather expansive cave network.
They tend to be. They're kind of surprising in that way.
It's just winding little noodle caves, though. No big. It's not a massive cavern like
Oh,
the ones we've been running into lately, which is
I
my
see.
preference.
Yeah, understandable.
Less big, dark, open space for loads of mobs to spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh!
What happened?
I tripped and fell.
Oh. Sounds like a very lame injury.
Yeah.
I didn't get blown up by a creeper. I didn't get stabbed by whatever, like a zombie. I fell over. I tripped and fell.
Could you
It
imagine
happens,
seeing
though.
that in the death log?
Alex tripped and fell. Ellipsis, what a dumbass.
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
That'd be a very bold message to be programmed into this game.
Yeah, that a lot of kids play.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it. Yeah.
Whoops. There you go.
Man, I have to keep throwing stuff. I found a bunch of cool stuff here. Now I have to make space.
This has been a very profitable cave for iron, but actually right now I'd really prefer coal. I guess for coal I should be digging into hills, though, on the surface.
That's what you were saying to me.
Yeah. Well, I won't turn down iron.
Yeah, iron's a good thing to have. I mean, until you start getting reliable sources of diamond, it's iron's probably about your best, most reliable type of what would be the word? Ore mineral.
Yeah.
All right. You'll need to remind me who, because they just made reference to him. Excuse me. Who was Billy in the Best Friends? There's some kind of like fakery to it, right?
Billy is their editor, who is Wooly's, I think, former roommate, whose name is, well, he's a Vietnamese immigrant. So what it was he told them, when you're going to say my name, don't bother trying to say my name because no one's gonna be able to pronounce it properly. Just call me Billy.
Oh, that's what it was.
And when Wooly went and made his own channel, he has men from time to time. He used to have men on a lot more, but he kind of simmered down somewhat. I think because, as I've said before, Min's a fairly funny guy, but his accent is incredibly thick. He's difficult to
Yeah.
understand sometimes. And me personally, I find his voice very grating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he's effectively he's one of the old ones for the Super Best Friends. It's just he was behind the scenes up until Wooly went until the split.
Yeah, I remember you saying. I'm sure at one point I knew that was the same guy, but I remember you saying that somebody got on your nerves with Willie's podcast, and I didn't remember that was the same guy they'd had for a while.
Yeah, like it's perfectly innocent stuff. It's nothing against the guy. It's just that his voice gets on my nerves.
It happens.
Yeah, like I was saying the same with like Ivory the other day, the wrestler,
Yeah.
and like she's American, so
Yeah, I mean, I know you're racist. It's just not as evident in this particular conversation.
yeah, I've been trying to hide it down the years. I'm not letting the freak flag fly. However, out in my front yard, there is the swastika flag.
Oh, okay. You just don't want people on the whatever on the podcast forum, etc. You don't want your close friends to know. Although you've just admitted it now, so I guess we found out one way or the other.
Well, it's early in the morning here. What I'll do is I'm gonna cut this recording in a minute. I'm gonna edit this out, and I'm gonna travel to your house, and I'm going to shoot you.
Oh, you've been talking about wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have a good reason now.
Yeah, before
I
it was
mean,
just kind of to amuse myself.
yeah, it happens to all of us. It's understandable.
Yeah. Specifically shooting you?
Yes.
We all shoot Mike every now and then.
It happens. Comes up from time to time.
You got to be a good shooter, brother. Like me back in the day with the Andre, he didn't want to work, brother. So I lifted him up and I shattered 11, 12, 18 muscles in my back, brother. And Andre died 3 days later.
Yeah. Still one of the better ones.
Like there's a lot of absurd ones because it's like the audacity of making up the lie. With that one, every time it's like, well, everybody knows that Hogan knew Andre and continued working with Andre in the same workplace for like 3 or 4 years after.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Andre, the WrestleMania 3 Body Slam was 87, and then Andre died in 93. So that was still a while. He definitely did not die right away, and I highly doubt that he died because of Hogan's. I guess the implication is he's just so strong. Being body slammed by by anybody, that's one thing. With being body slammed by Hogan, oh my God, that's death right there. That's power. You're on limited time. He's so strong.
Hogan never mentioned all those trainees he murdered.
Apparently, he must have. I mean, when he slammed, imagine any jobbers that he had back then. Jobber matches were a regular thing. Squash matches, like if you were watching the right TV show, it was like whatever. Like you'd have like 3 or 4 vignettes of wrestlers saying and doing various things throughout the show, and you'd have a bunch of squash matches by mid card veterans or whatever. And Hogan would every now and then he'd show up to do an event, and he wouldn't do the jobber squashes. He was too good for that apparently, but. He buried a lot of mid card guys. Buried a lot of mid card guys, not guides. It'd be interesting if he buried a bunch of mid card guides.
Yeah.
Like goes to Africa or something like that, and they're showing people the savannah and everything, and Hogan just goes and just fucking just body slams one for no apparent reason.
Like drops him in the middle of the savannah.
Yeah, to assert his dominance, I guess he's got to take over as the alpha creature.
And he won't go for the lower card. He won't go for the jobber African savannah guides, nor will he go for the top card ones. But he's gonna that mid card African savannah. He's got to do the job. He's got to do the he's got to do the favors, brother.
Yeah, that sounds like Hogan. I was one swing away from killing the skeleton that killed me, so back to the village I go.
Oh, baby zombie, no.
Yeah, screw those things.
Okay, well, the shield, not so bad.
Yeah, I still need to get one of those. I don't remember. Did you find yours or you made yours? I think you made yours, didn't you?
You make it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I get the strong feeling that it's gonna be like you cut 10 hours later. Ah, I need to get one of those shields.
Probably. Yeah, I tend to focus on one thing for a very long time. In this game, I mean, again, I can't multitask very well, and in this game, there's always something going on, some need for something. Like right now, for example, I want to get back to the village, get the stuff back I just lost, corral that other poor cat, and go back to my house and start boosting it up.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Have you still been caving this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I say that as if it's not very easy to spend hours doing so.
Oh, yeah.
Which it is. There's a nice big, excuse me, another sinkhole-looking cave right next to the village, right next to it. Not necessarily a giant sinkhole, but that type of cave, like going down into the ground type of cave.
Yeah.
All right, caught up with all my stuff, which is good. It's all right inside this little house I died in, which is also good.
Alright, in order to avoid getting lost in this cave, I will surface to throw down some iron and shit.
Yeah.
Well, let me grab that iron real quick. Oh, cool.
Is that the first coal you found in a while?
In this cave, yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty. They're pretty stingy about coal. I think. I don't know.
At the lower levels, your issue is you keep looking for caves to mine, and you need to just dig into a hill, man.
Last couple times I tried it, I wasn't able to get very far though because I had no torches, so I wasn't able to get in to even look. It's a self-fulfilling cycle of misery.
Yeah, maybe just stick to the surface level stuff. Don't try
Maybe
and go
stick to
deep
your
into
own
the hill.
fucking bit.
I'll stick to my own bitches, yes.
Alright, I'm back down to peon-ass leather armor because my diamond is just about broken, so I just tossed it. We can't
Yeah.
break down created stuff yet, can we? Is there any way we know of that we can do that?
No, they never did that. I have a strong feeling if they haven't by now, they don't intend it.
Probably not.
Keep hearing a spider somewhere, but I don't know if I can find it.
That happens a lot when I'm caving. There's always something really close. I can hear it throughout the other side of the wall.
Yeah. Some bitch, it does sound close.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like right on the other side, literally on the other side of the wall, and you won't know it's there until you pop open a wall or something, and then suddenly there it is jumping on you.
Yep. Because it can hear you, and it's waiting on the other side of that wall like he's going to step on through.
Yep, that is true.
And when he does, I'm going to kick his ass.
It'll try.
I'm entertained by the idea of a spider trying to kick ass. Like, one wouldn't think its legs could even flex in such a way.
I don't know. That's hard to say. I guess it depends on the variety of spider.
Maybe.
There's some creepy ass fucking spiders out there. Really, all spiders are kind of creepy in their own way.
Yeah.
I'm not really that whatever perturbed by insects. Most of the time, if they're calling on me, I'm just kind of like, whatever, shake it and get it off of me. But I don't know, spiders can. You never know which ones are going to be venomous or fast or bitey. So it's just like, I don't like dealing with those things. Them and snakes, I'm not really that big of a fan of.
Oh, yeah. There are some people that are fans of snakes. Actually, you're listening to Super Best Friends right now. Matt used to keep snakes.
Which is weird because he loves rats.
Yeah.
Or did at one time, at least.
who, it's difficult to say. His cat has passed away now. I know that.
Yeah, poor little guy.
The rats, I want to say he's didn't. I want to say I read that he did get rid of the rats because either the cats or the snakes were stressing them out.
I kind of remember him saying that. That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that there was. I can't remember what game it was. There's been a couple games that he and Pat played, and a rat came up, and Matt would say something endearing about it, like oh that's a cute rat, or like oh don't hurt it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost sure he said that he owned a rat. I guess I don't know where I'm getting that from though. Just seems like something that I think he said.
Well, I want to say what I had read in passing was that he not only owned a rat, but named it after something in Metal Gear, which, to my understanding, he named like all of his pets after Metal Gear characters.
Didn't realize that he loved the game that much. I tried to watch some of the playthrough with him and Liam on Metal Gear Solid
That would
5,
be
which maybe
Pat and
someday
Liam.
Was it Pat and Liam? Oh, that's the worst then. That's my least favorite combination.
Yeah, I never dug in because I was just kind of like, yeah, that's a rather entertaining game, but I'm not really terribly interested to see what they think of a lot of it.
I don't know if it was the other two, I'd be very happy to watch it. Or if it was some combination of Matt and any of the others, I'd be happy to watch it. But Pat, I only like when he's with Matt, and Liam, I still have not been able to find myself liking all that much.
Yeah, what was I was gonna say? A lot of my favorite LPs they did are the combination of Pat and Wooly, but I definitely get what you're saying there.
I guess I need to give Pat and Wooly more of a try, because I like Wooly a lot. I don't know. When he started going off alone with Wooly, I don't think at that point I'd seen anything that he'd done together with Wooly. I was used to Wooly obviously being with the whole group, so I don't really know what their dynamic is, Pat and Wooly. It just sounds like I'm whatever I'm getting from them is basically just what I got from their Oh, like some of that Castle Super Beast or whatever, like not too
Yeah,
long after the group broke up. Yeah, and when I saw Wooly was just kind of, I don't want to say sleepy, but just kind of like passive, and Pat was doing most of the talking. It's like, well, I don't know. I just
yeah.
wasn't really feeling it. I'd have to give it another try, I guess.
I'll say for modern Pat and Wooly, I don't have any interest because it is pretty well exactly what you said. It's Pat is now just doing his shtick,
Yeah,
and Wooly is just kind of sadly sitting there like, yeah, I guess this is just what Pat is now.
yeah,
He just makes videos and says things just to get people mad, and that's just what he does now. Whatever, I guess we don't really talk about things anymore. I'll just let him get his shit in. And then when the time comes, I'll say a few things about what I think is cool or what's going on, but for the most part, I'm just going to let him get his shit in.
yeah. That doesn't sound entertaining at all.
Yeah, no, I've not watched all the episodes. No, I've watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes. So I could be dead wrong. But like the only times I've really enjoyed Pat and Wooly doing a podcast now has been when they've had someone else there who Pat perhaps is not so willing to go so hard down the route of deliberately making incendiary. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, close
Incendiary,
enough.
incendiary comments and just deliberately controversy chasing. If there's someone else nearby who doesn't understand that Pat's doing it for a gimmick, so, who would actually start picking a fight with Pat there.
Yeah, he just seemed needlessly antagonistic. Just
Yeah,
kind of like a blowhard.
yeah,
Just looking just make snotty comments and rile people up. I don't know. I mean again that kind of works sometimes when it was like Matt seemed to kind of help balance that out. I mean obviously because I think Matt's such a cheerful, friendly, fun to listen to guy to begin with, but he just seemed to help balance it out by intentionally or not keeping Pat kind of on track. Talking about the game more so than making snide comments or whatever. But Pat would of course always get that in.
yeah,
But then, yeah, when I would see some of the stuff, just out of curiosity, obviously after everything happened when the group split, I went on Twitter and everything else trying to find answers and blah blah blah, and it just seemed like everything I saw just made Pat just seem like just a jerk, just leaving all kinds of just smart ass, like not even about the group splitting or anything, just leaving very like Ted kind of antagonism, but without any apologies at all. I mean, Ted's not
yeah,
really one for apologies, but yeah, just kind of like, well, too fucking bad if you don't like it. That's only because you're an idiot. You know, it's like, oh, this kind of
Well,
shit. That's very tiresome.
well, it helps that when you call Ted on it, Ted will either give a logical justification for what he has said, or more or less just go like, whatever, let's move on. When
Yeah.
Pat gets called on it, Pat doesn't usually have that much of a defense. He'll just throw up his
No.
hands and go, "Ah, mind goblins."
Yeah, I was just thinking about that just today, actually. Yeah, the mind goblin thing. I thought that was such a poor fucking excuse. Like, oh, I'm just kind of just sort of nutty inside. Whatever. You're just gonna have to deal with it because that's part of who I am. Meanwhile, hey, fuck you. Yeah, just ugh. Like I said,
Yeah,
very, very tiresome. It's really surprising to me, very surprising that though I never thought that she was super hot. You know, she was pretty enough. That Peach girl, Peach Saliva.
yeah.
I'm just very surprised that somebody so unlikable when you really get down to it as Pat wound up getting with a girl who was, again, well, I think that she's kind of overrated myself, nonetheless apparently out of his league. I'm very confused. Like when they said that they were going to have a kid, it's like, wow, okay, then I guess she really did commit to him. Oh, wow. I figured, well, until they actually have kids, maybe she's doing it for the clout or whatever. Oh no, she's actually saw the right kid with him. Huh? Who would have thought?
I don't watch too much of their stuff, but
I don't watch any.
she seems also crazy, so I think they just get to be crazy together. So there you
Yeah,
go.
she seemed to me from what I saw on the Twitters or whatever, Facebook, whatever it was that I saw her
In
making comments.
fairness,
She
I
also,
guess I should say there are a lot of vindictive people who, after the Super Best Friends thing, started to get pretty liberal with interpretations of the truth and all this, that, and another, and started to read into
yeah,
just nonsense little things like, well, clearly Matt and Pat hate each other because of this small interaction in their Let's Play of Resident Evil 2 back in late 2011.
right. This was the start of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I read a lot of that myself. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you are right about that, and that was the time when everybody would be at their most, I guess, purse. But she just seemed very drama queen to me, and also kind of a bitch, kind of like Pat is. She was defending him, defending some of the stuff that he'd say to his fans or whatever, and then she'd be like, saying stuff like, "Oh, well, I guess you're just not smart enough," like that kind of thing. Like, Pat's right, and you're an idiot
saying
for
some of the
fighting
things
with
that Pat
them.
would say.
Yeah, yes, a lot of that actually. And so right off the bat, it was like, okay, well, I don't really like her too much either, so stick them together. And then again, she could very well, and probably when you get down to it, probably is telling the truth. But I know that she made several comments about how she was being stalked and she was terrified to leave her house, and people are always hitting on her. And it's like, I don't, honey, I don't think that you're that much of that. I don't know.
Well, the Quebecois thing was like specifically because she was an American, I think.
What did
That
you
one
say?
was
The what?
so the reason that they claimed that they moved to the other side of Canada and out of Montreal was because the neighborhoods they were in, the Quebecois locals, which are Quebecois, right? It's the French
I
part
don't.
of
That's
Canada.
the part that I'm not sure what you mean. What I mean, I know Quebec. Are you saying that it's Quebec? Quebec cross? Is that what you're saying?
So Quebec has a rather sizable part of their culture is French and goes back 300 400 years to French colonists of Canada, and they're notorious nationalists who are vocal. Like, they're considered a pain in the ass, even a pain in the ass both by Canadians and Americans, because they're vocal nationalists. They think that Canada should only speak French. They hate all the English
Oh
speakers.
yeah, you have told me about that before. Yeah, I remember that now.
Even WWE back in the day, or WWF back in the day, you remember, had the Quebecers.
I do.
And that's, I think, partly because if you're up in New York or Maine or Vermont, you get used to French-speaking dudes coming down from Quebec only speaking French in states where very few people speak French, and nonetheless getting very anal about the fact that people down there don't speak French.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe it.
But supposedly what it was like that, I forget what it was, but it was they were getting very uncomfortable because the Quebecois neighbors were getting very anal about the fact that Pat was married to an American woman who didn't speak French,
Oh,
and
okay.
they decided they weren't comfortable with it anymore. So that's why they also decided, well, we also want to have a kid, so let's move to somewhere where the real estate is very cheap, somewhere that still's gonna have decent internet, and but at the same time we're isolated enough that we can get away with just being goofy LPers kind of out in the woods.
I see.
Yeah.
Can't blame for that.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff absolutely does make sense. When you're having a kid, you do want to look
Well,
for a place with cheap real estate.
yeah, it's not just that though. She also said something about how like somebody had stalked her at a convention or something. Which again, I that absolutely
I
that stuff does happen. I don't doubt that at all. It's just she seemed to have several stories of being like paranoid about wanting to go outside because like everyone was coming to get her. And it was like, whatever.
well, she also has some kind of what was it? It's not lupus. She has some kind
She did
of
have some kind of well, I don't know if I
an
believe that though
autoimmune
either. She had like some
disease.
kind of yeah. She did. That's
Because
part of it though. She was always complaining about how soft and sensitive and in danger she was. Like she said
well,
something like oh I she made a tweet like every day saying something like oh I woke up today and I'm hurting, just like feel bad for me, that kind of shit.
well,
I don't know. I'm being cynical and judgmental. She just seems like an attention seeking type. I guess that's all I'm trying to say.
yeah. I can recall before she was even really a thing on the internet. At one point, there was like a episode where Pat mentioned that he did at some point walk into his house and find his girlfriend, which he did not call her by name at that point because she would have even known. But he just walked into his apartment one day to find his girlfriend laying on the floor unconscious. So before they
That's
even started doing that, at the very least, it was a thing that she was sickly.
kind of
Which
odd just to find somebody sitting there unconscious. I don't know what the story is there.
I
I
forget
don't
what
know.
it.
Again, I'm yeah. Go ahead.
I forget what it was. I remember it was like, well, the joke they always joke about it's not lupus for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why they joke about that, but anyways, like that was yeah, she pretty well, as far as I can remember, part of the whole thing was that like she has effectively the constitution of a fucking uh piece of wet tissue paper. So
Mm, I don't know. I guess it's just my nature of not really trusting people all that much. And when somebody's a pretty girl and she's, on the internet and, saying I'm always being stalked, I can't leave my house, plus I'm always in pain. It just seems to I've known attention seeking types and she just strikes me as one, but it's entirely possible I'm wrong.
yeah, and when it starts off with them already having a lot of being tied to someone you heavily dislike.
Yeah, that's all you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like part of it is going to just be that she's tied to Pat, and Pat is naturally an attention seeker.
Well, also, and he's also a prick. So it's like,
Yeah,
well, I mean, they must see something in each other. I mean, that she, maybe she's kind of a bitch because look at the attention she likes to keep. I mean, to be fair, Matt and Willie like to keep attention, but they didn't date him. Not that they probably would have wanted to had they gotten the chance, but
well, we never know. Hey, back in
yeah,
those
that
early
is
days,
true.
old Wooly and Pat met at that Street Fighter tournament, and they were like, "Hey,
Things got tense, sexually tense.
yeah." It always kind of it's always a bit sad, but also kind of funny that Wooly was the one who brought all three of them together, or well, four of them together. Excuse me, because he was the one that knew all three of the others. And now Matt and Liam still do things occasionally, but by and large, Wooly is now the only thing connecting the three of them.
Does Willie even ever talk to the others? I only ever hear Willie connected to Pat.
Wooly will actually acknowledge Matt and Liam sometimes. And, like, I want to say when Pat acknowledges Matt, he kind of has a little bit of a tone to it. Like, I'm trying not to be bitter, but I still think Matt's kind of a dumbass. Whereas Wooly will be like,
What
yeah, Matt and me and Matt would talk about these things back in the day.
what does so you've heard Pat actually acknowledge Matt then since the breakup?
I want to say like a podcast like a year ago, there was a passing acknowledgement of like, you remember how Matt used to do that really dumb thing? It didn't sound like credit where credit's due. It did not sound like Pat had real spite. Like Pat sounded like he was talking about Matt being an idiot in the same way he would have talked about Matt being an idiot in fucking 2015, right?
No, okay. Kind of like one of those, like, oh yeah, Matt used to do that. Never understood that, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
want like it would definitely make sense to me like if Pat is the sort of guy who does not per se hold enmity towards Matt or Liam, but Matt or Liam on their own eventually got fucking sick of him, you know?
yeah.
Which yeah. I never always cracks me up when people say that like Pat. I always love when people go back to Liam putting his hand on Pat's TV.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like Pat.
that was a very they were both being kind of pricks about that, but that's one that I'm on Pat's side for that. It's like I just bought this brand new TV and you just went and smeared your fucking fingers on it. Like what the fuck, asshole?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a dick move on Liam's part, but it always cracks me up when people act like from then on Pat set some kind of fucking campaign of revenge and pushed Liam out, you know?
You never know. I mean, I'm sure the people speculating that are more likely than not wrong, but sometimes it's like it takes one thing where it's like, man, looking back, ever since that, I've never really cared too much for that guy. Like he did this thing, and I kind of always a little bit suspicious, and then more and more, he just seemed to prove himself an ass. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be the start of confirmation bias from there. Pat's like, Pat could watch Liam, I don't know, going out to get groceries, and Pat's like, oh, look at that asshole with his fucking dickhead groceries. I bet he buys stupid food.
He buys stupid groceries.
Then again, there was the shrimp chips.
Oh, yeah. See, again, I think that's and maybe again this is Liam bias. I don't know, but I would be with the guys thinking, okay, who the fuck brings shrimp chips other than the person who wants to eat them himself? Clearly, like okay, everybody brings something. Oh, this asshole brings the thing that he'll just help himself and act like he brought something for the whole crew. He knows no one's gonna want it. Yeah, hey guys, I brought this. Oh, you mean none of the rest of you want it? Oh, I guess I'll just eat it all myself then. But I brought something technically. Fuck you.
Like I couldn't personally blame him for wanting to get other people to try new things, but that's a little bit too immediately exotic for most people.
It is, yeah. That's a few steps deep, I think, in the get people to try something exotic thing. I mean, you want to maybe try, I don't know, like, oh, you don't like cinnamon? Here, try some cinnamon bubblegum. You might like it. Don't go straight to fucking whatever, like I don't know, like beer flavored lasagna or some random ass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's partially my own confirmation bias because I really don't like Liam. And again, maybe I guess I don't know. I guess I have to give him more of a chance because, as you know, for me, it's just the simple fact that I get I get. I guess it's just irritation. I don't know, and I guess it's irrational, but I just get irritated when somebody seems to define themselves so strongly by like one particular trait, one or two particular traits. It's without going into details at all, or even reference what I'm talking about specifically. The other day when we were playing Minecraft, we talked for about an hour about certain things that bother me, and what really kind of comes down to the simple fact that I don't like when somebody just uses a certain aspect of their personality to define like entirely who they are. Like when there's one thing about wearing something on your sleeve, and then there's another thing to where it's just like it's all you ever seem to want to talk about. And with Liam, he was just such an open, admitted weeaboo. It was like so tedious that it's like I'd turn on an episode and be like, "Oh, Liam's in it. Well, let's give him a chance." And like the first fucking thing he'd say would be like, "Where's the anime girls?" It's like fucking dude, drop the shtick for a minute, please. I mean, that I don't even like Matt doing that with Simpsons, but at least Matt talks about other stuff that I like. Yeah. Yeah, like if Matt was the one who, as much as I like him, as funny as I think he is, if he only ever talked about anime the way Liam seemed to in the episodes I listened to, it'd be like, I don't think I like Matt anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I've asked you this before, but I wouldn't possibly remember. What would you say would be a good episode to listen to give Liam another chance?
I personally, off the top of my head, my favorite playthrough they did with Liam was NBA 2K16.
How much do I need to know about or care about basketball to be able to follow?
Because I don't care about basketball.
Okay. I'll try and remember that then. I do believe you've told me that before, and I probably just figured, basketball. I don't think I'd be able to pick that up at all. I mean, I know how basketball is played. I know some of the names, but I've certainly never played any of the games.
It's Wooly, it's Pat, it's Liam, and they're largely just playing for the Spike Lee directed storyline. To the point
interesting.
They find out that you can skip the actual basketball games themselves, and they just start skipping the basketball games.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like that'd be up my alley.
Yeah, it's pretty good from the jump because it opens up character creation, and Wooly jumps straight to making the Rage of Africa as a basketball player. and well, Pat points out correctly. Could you imagine how awkward that would be for the basketball commentators? I think it's Liam that then directly says, "The Rage of Africa is really dominating basketball here."
That was the character's straight up name, The Rage of Africa. Okay.
Oh, if you not, whenever they get character creation, they'll either make Zubaz, or if it's Wooly at the controls, Wooly will make the Rage of Africa.
I've probably seen him, but the only one I tend to remember is Zubaz.
They definitely did a couple wrestling bits where it was Zubaz versus Rage of Africa.
I think they did one actually in one of the 2K games, or at least in one of the WWE games, I should say. I think that was actually part of. There was one that I saw that was weird. It was like an hour-long video that wasn't really like.
Yeah, it
like
wasn't an LP.
Yes,
And
it was like basically them kind of commenting on a whole storyline. Essentially, they were like narrating a story. I think between Zubaz and Rage. I think.
Yeah, and then they made like a Royal Rumble full of their characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bizarre. They just have a bunch of gorillas do a run in.
Yes, which I thought was very funny actually.
Well, there's something. Yeah, there's definitely something delightfully absurd about that.
It's just a bunch of fucking gorillas coming in to interrupt a wrestling match. I mean, why?
And
I mean, the game lets you make.
The gorillas don't even use their incredible strength to start throwing the wrestlers around. No, like a wrestling bit, they run in and kick the guys over and start stomping a mud hole on them like it's a fucking NWO run in.
As one would assume, of course, gorillas would do.
Oh my god, now I just had a stupid mental image of a bunch of gorillas coming out to the NWO theme in the black and white, and they got the NWO shirts. One of the gorillas has a headband on and a fake mustache and is playing the World Heavyweight Championship like a guitar.
I wonder if we can make this happen in the games now. We probably could. I think most
I
of
don't
those
know if you
still
can.
there.
I don't know if you can put stuff on over the gorilla suit because
Maybe you can't.
Yeah, I want to say the gorilla suit is still in the game. I don't think they ever removed it, but why did they add the gorilla suit?
I was gonna make that comment, and then I figured the answer is just pure speculation, so I left it alone. I mean, there's a cat costume. God knows why that's there.
Yeah, then they added a Minecraft costume eventually where you could wrestle as Minecraft Steve.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Like specific to Minecraft, like a licensed thing?
No, but it's a block person, and then you can color the blocks as you please, which of course is people making Minecraft Steve.
Sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which,
Speaking of Minecraft, real quick. We can move right back out of this.
Yeah, we need to re-rail here.
Oh, it's okay. I was actually just going to ask if you know how to make a lead. I've only ever found them, and I could use one.
Ooh.
Probably leather, I'm guessing, which I don't have.
It could be string, actually.
Oh, I wonder.
Which you need to kill spiders for that.
Yeah, I've been throwing some string away.
That's good for bows and for fishing rods.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that you can fish.
Yeah.
I don't remember how the fishing game even works in this. Is it similar to Raft? You just cast and then just wait and a fish will show up?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You just got to keep an eye on the bobber.
Yeah.
You can also, amusingly enough, what most people actually use the fishing hook for is not that. What most people use the fishing hook for is that you can also latch it onto creatures and then pull them with it. So you can basically the fishing hook, when not used on water, functions as like a scorpion get over here rope.
And you do that to any random animal? You can pull an animal to. Oh, okay. Well, I'd hate to do that to the cat. I'd feel too guilty, so I won't be doing that. But that's interesting to know all the same.
Yeah, it became a little bit of a strat. I remember the Achievement Hunters used to have a game, Creeper Soccer, where they would put a creeper in the center of the field, and what you have to do is you have to use your fishing rod to pull the creeper over into the other team's end zone, and then while also trying not to get blown up, naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Did you know that Rooster Teeth is no more?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
The writing was on the wall when they got with the Warner Brothers stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was just after the Ryan stuff, was it not? Or am I getting the timing wrong?
Well, no, because I'm referring to Warner Brothers stuff. I'm referring to David Zaslav's recent notorious policy of saving money by deliberately shit-canning movies that are nearly done for the tax write-off and firing loads of employees, shuttering studios to cover for the fact that WWB, what's wrong with me? Warner Brothers has apparently been bleeding money for years, if not decades, and he's just now trying to cover for it.
I
And
see.
yeah, you've not been there for the fights that have been having had on the Discord
On our
because
Discord?
yeah, because like Soon and Gog are both really pissed about it and saying like, hey, these movies had some real potential. You know, these could have been good, and he's just shit canning them before they can be done for the tax write-off. It's bullshit. And Ted, being Ted, is instead going in the complete opposite direction, saying, "No, this is good. There's too many bullshit. There's too much bullshit out there. Too many movies. Even besides this guy saving money, which is the smart corporate policy or whatever. Which I don't know if it is the smart corporate policy, but beyond that, Ted's saying, no, it's good. There needs to be less movies out there.
Not really sure that I understand the idea that less movies is somehow just inherently a good thing. I mean, if they're good, I don't really see why there needs to be a limit. But
Well, Ted's
I don't know.
making the argument. Well, they're probably bad, and we need less bad out there.
That sounds like Pat. I'm sorry, Ted. Freudian slip. That was totally unintentional. I absolutely did not mean to do that.
Oh boy. But what was it? Yeah, that was like, I mean, you know, Ted. Some days Ted is just of the stance of like, yeah, you know, humanity makes a lot of bad art, so we should just drop a nuclear bomb on all of us.
Yeah. Which is
We all deserve to
understandable.
go directly to hell for Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. Give him enough minutes, and his conversation will eventually go in that exact direction.
Yeah.
Like sooner or later, it will be distilled into that. Like movies are all terrible, and so is the human race because The Dark Knight Rises exists and has too many plot holes.
And
I
as
mean,
soon
which
as
to
I
be fair,
saw
it
that movie,
does.
I knew that we deserved for the Earth to rupture and the zombies to rise.
Yeah, he took after it with that
Let
basic
me clarify.
sentiment.
Ted does not believe that the zombies are coming. I'm having a laugh at his expense, but Ted does not believe in any kind of apocalypse. He just wants one.
Yeah, that's probably a fair way of putting it, actually. And again, a lot of it comes from his hatred of The Dark Knight Rises, which I mean, you know, to an extent, I get it. He loves DC. I don't know if he loves Batman though. He's gone back and forth from what I can tell. I know he loves
Yeah.
Superman. Batman, he seems to think is like cool, but he doesn't like that Batman is usually not done right, and he
Yeah.
feels that Batman is too overrated. Which, you know, I being that there's so many Batman movies and then they're all generally successful and beloved, I could see that argument.
Beyond that, there's a lot of bitterness there from the way that DC Comics writes Batman, where they make him like, I guess because there's kind of like there's like an inferiority complex when Batman gets written in the vicinity of other superheroes, right? Where people always will go like, well, he doesn't have any superpowers. So the writers overcompensate by making Batman effectively God through his sheer wealth.
Yeah, which I could see that being pretty irritating too.
Yeah. Whereas comparatively, similarly on that inferiority complex, a lot of writers, when Superman's in the vicinity of other superheroes, have him get shit canned because, well, we can't have Superman look too strong, or else it raises the question of why the other superheroes are even here.
Yeah, that also makes sense. I wonder about that too. I mean, why? Well, let's get into comic book stuff, and that's I'll bail.
Yeah.
I was gonna start asking some general.
Out!
Yeah, I do really need to. Yeah. I'll go back to talking about. Well, I guess because I've forgotten to ask you in a while anyway. What have you been up to? Are you still caving?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to start some soon. Next time day comes, I guess. In fact, I need to check and see if I have the same. Am I still using the dark texture pack? I'll have to look in a second because I'm using a texture pack that's nice, but it does still seem too dark at night. I might have to switch out again. There's only I was only able to find about just a dozen texture packs that were free. All the other ones are whatever, pay so many Minecraft coins or whatever the fuck it is. And out of the ones that I found that were
Microsoft
free,
can't learn their lesson about making new weird currency types.
yeah, I remember when they first came out on the 360. It was frustrating because it was like you had to pay an even amount of money, to get a little bit less than the worth of that money,
Yeah.
enough to where it was annoying. Yeah, like you could pay $10 to get $8 worth of credit. So like if you spent $20, you wouldn't get $20 of credit, you'd get 16, and that would be just under being able to buy something that was like $18, like that kind of fucking shit.
Yeah.
That got annoying really fucking fast.
Yeah, and
And
they
that was back.
finally
That was
undid that on Xbox, where now it's just pay $10, like Steam. You get the $10 and they put it into the system, whatever. You get $10.
good. Yeah.
But I guess with old Minecraft, they never did that, or they just figured, it'll confuse the kids and make them spend more money.
Yeah. Which
Like
is,
ordinarily, like me, I try not to jump to the worst possible motivation for actions. There
yeah,
is
you're
no other
crazy like that.
there is no other motivation I can think of for why they would implement these bizarro currency systems other than to deliberately confuse and obscure the price of objects.
Yeah, I mean, why else would it be that you don't get the same amount of denomination, the same
I
denomination for, go ahead.
I would if anyone watches this video who has an explanation for it other than that, I would love to hear it. Like I said, I try not to immediately jump to the worst possible intentions for behavior, but I cannot like think of any other reason to make up your own fucked up currency system for
Yeah,
microtransactions.
yeah, and even further to then do them at an imbalanced number, an uneven number. That struck me as so shady.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if what I'm getting out of Minecraft is actual Minecraft coins or not, but I know that a couple times after playing, and I've noticed that it's only been a couple times, and we played quite a bit, so I don't know if this is just like a temporary introductory thing that goes away to tease you or what, but the first couple times we played, when I closed the game, it would say something like, oh, hey, yeah, good for you. What's this? You have some, whatever, I can't remember if it was Minecraft coins or Microsoft coins or something, but it gave me some, and I failed to look and see whether or not they're redeemable on the store now. I think I have to like log in and that kind of thing, so it's like, whatever, do it another time. But if, hypothetically, if I can get like a really cool resource pack just by playing and earning enough in-game currency to do it, that's fine. I've got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But from what I can tell, everything's gated behind cash, and that's just I already paid $30 for a game that I've legally bought twice and pirated years before that. I'm not gonna start buying fucking skins now too.
Yeah.
I like it being such a cash cow. Not that Dead by Daylight isn't, but that gets tiresome too. Like right now, there's a special event going, and it's only 4 days left, and it's only been going for about 2 or 3 weeks. And there are skins that you can buy for $10, and it's like you just introduced a bunch of skins just before this, just like a month ago, the Iron Maiden stuff. And now, not that I care, but now there's also Slipknot masks that are for sale, and it's like fucking calm it down a little bit and maybe like fix your game. People have been saying that for a long time.
Well, sadly, these things have to meet publisher permissions, and the publisher will say, like, okay, do bug fixes make us any money? No. Well, then why would we do that?
Yeah, they take longer, and they would only sell in the long term if the quality of the game goes up enough to introduce, new fans. But I think the game is I don't know. I don't know if it's down to its niche audience or not, because it seems like whenever like a new license comes out or whatever, people say on the forums that somebody's always gloom and dooming. They're always saying, "Oh yeah, I looked at the Steam charts, and this latest license didn't do anything. The game is still doing poorly." And it's and then other people will say, "Well, no, if you look at this metric, the game's doing fine. You're looking at it wrong, whatever." So I honestly don't know what the consensus is on the game from the outside. It's 8 years old, and for them to still be doing stuff to the game that's 8 years old, that's still impressive.
Like, there's loads of games that are still doing fine off a very small player basis.
Yeah. Yeah, God, Counter-Strike's been going on for like 20 years.
Oh, well, Counter-Strike has a pretty fucking massive player base, though it helps that it's free.
It's totally free?
You can buy skins, but other than that, it's just free to install the game, and most people don't bother going with skins for Counter-Strike.
It makes me curious how they maintain the servers then.
Well, by selling skins, and there are definitely people who do buy skins, but plenty of people
think there'd
who
be
don't.
enough. Yeah. All right, I am. This poor kitty's still running from me. I want to pet you, kitty cat. I need to. Looks like it's about dawn. I think. Am I looking in the right direction for it to be dawn? Yeah. Okay. And I'm one piece of paper away from being able to make a map. I have 8 pieces. I apparently need 9, so they're screwing me.
Yep. And the
I would like
conversion
to make
ratio is going to be a little bit off there because you need 3 reads to make 3 papers, so you end up with 2 extra.
Ah, that's the exact thing we were just talking about with the Microsoft nonsense for the Xbox.
Yeah.
I have less iron than I thought as well. My character's actually almost completely nude here. All he's got is just a really, really ratty, almost dead leather chest piece, leather armor, leather tunic, and his helmet's got like 1 or 2 hits away from breaking as well. So I'm definitely needing to do some caving here.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be my next focus. All right. Here comes the dawn.
Here we go. Yeah, that's plenty of iron.
Yeah, it's funny. Now I am once again needing all the iron and coal. You've got a bunch of it.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I'll be swimming in it soon enough.
Yeah, it all comes around and goes around. Naturally, it's the cycle of the game.
Yeah.
Survival games in general, really. Forest's kind of the odd one for having a lot of just really permanent moves forward, and you're not going to go back on them.
Yeah, in the forest you kind of you sort of upgrade and stay upgraded. Like once you build enough things to kind of take care of yourself. It's sort of like the raft as well. Like you get up to a certain level of productivity or whatever item retention or whatever, and then everything's pretty much fine from that point forward.
Yeah. Yeah, Minecraft and Raft both, like, the stuff you build in the world is permanent. Like, Raft and Minecraft both have very breakable... anything that goes in your hands or on your person is very breakable, and you'll have to replace it again and again. So, like, Forest... like, that's what I kind of was meaning with the Forest. Like, Forest's the odd one there where it's just like, oh, hey, you found the modern axe, and you just keep the modern axe.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, you don't need to build that stuff. The only thing you really needed to build in the first game was, I guess, the pistol. Right, I think that
Yeah.
was the first game, wasn't it? Yeah. Some of the stuff seems to blend in my memory, but yeah, the pistol you could
The,
make that, and the
the,
classic pistol, the flintlock, I think is what it was.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When Pink's around, and then obviously we're not doing Minecraft, we definitely still need to play Sons of the Forest. Been waiting on that one as well.
Yeah. Plus, there's 7 Days to Die and Space
Oh yeah,
Engineers, which are both also along the same lines.
yeah. And I hope that we're not done with Phasmophobia either.
No, they just
And
released
Raft.
the Easter update for Phasmo.
Is that the new one that adds the new maps and stuff?
No, but it does add an Easter gimmick, sort of like the old the Christmas gimmick last year.
Okay. Do you know what it involves?
No.
Ah. Well, then what good are you? You gave me a half report. I need
Well,
more
that's
than that.
better than most journalists nowadays.
Yeah, that's oh god. Journalism, news, fuck it all.
Oh, good God, that Baltimore boat. Did you see the footage of that?
Baltimore boat. I'm not even familiar with what you're talking about.
Major bridge in Baltimore. A ship was passing by under was supposed to pass under a bridge out in Baltimore, but they lost control. Some mechanism failed, and they were able to at least warn the guys to cordon off the bridge and clear everybody off of it. But the ship just slammed right into one of the legs, one of the columns underneath the bridge.
Oh boy.
And my God, it's like the rest of the bridge just turned to liquid, right? Because
Oh shit.
bridge building is a very intricate art that requires a lot of very good understanding of engineering and physics. And if one of those supports goes, entire bridge goes.
I see.
So yeah, it
Well,
was. Yeah, it's Luckily, I think so far I think it's only 6 deaths.
yeah, I mean relatively speaking, that's good.
Yeah. The warning. It was 1 a.m. in the morning as well. Obviously, if
Ah,
that had
okay.
happened during rush hour, then my God.
Yeah, some real trouble.
Ugh.
And so when did this happen?
Just a day or two ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not good at all.
No.
And do you bring it up? We were talking about the news. Did you just bring it up because it's in the news, or because like somebody did like a really shitty job reporting it?
No, because it just because it was in the news. There's a thing that occurred to me.
I see.
And
Yeah,
also, this
makes
is going to
sense.
date the video. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, hey, y'all, I'll say it again. There's going to be a Phasmophobia video that comes out in, like, early July that was recorded back in fucking December of 2023.
You've mentioned that. That's pretty good.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's bad, but it's funny. Not even really bad. Whatever it is, what it is. It's funny.
Yeah. Speaking of other games, I was kind of wondering, like, generally speaking, when we play games, we tend to pick one game and just play it all day.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, when Pink comes around, we should just switch to Phasmophobia or switch to Raft. And we'll stick with Minecraft while it's still just you and me, but if Pink comes around today.
Wouldn't that be bad though if Pink wants? Well, I guess Pink probably wouldn't care one way or the other what game we play, but it would seem kind of sad, kind of cutting him out though, wouldn't it? Like
Well,
once he comes around, okay, well,
obviously we run it by him first. We don't just immediately jump to Pink, you're doing this.
yeah, yeah. I assume that we give him the option. Yeah.
You're signed up for this, motherfucker, and if you don't agree with it, we're gonna force you.
We're gonna spit on your face.
I think that get really over with the fact that we brought out the shit.
Do you say that went over with the fans when they brought out the shit? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Oh, Vince, when did
that's when
that
they
happen?
really.
At a point, like, even though Pritchard's still working at duty under Hunter, presumably, I still like to imagine Pritchard as being Vince's minder somehow.
It seems like more or less his role. I mean, it seems like he was kind of like the lapdog,
Yeah.
from what I've been able to tell, and obviously from what Ronda Rousey said. She was. Did you read her full statement? I know we talked about it before, and you heard basically what she said. Did you read like the whole? It was an excerpt from her book, and it was
Yeah.
like the equivalent of maybe a page, half a page. Yeah, and it was basically just like, yeah, well, WWE is a bunch of shit, and I'm never gonna work there again, and Vince is a piece of shit, and I can't remember
Hunter's
what
cool,
the.
though.
Yeah, which again, it's good to see that she said that. I tend to believe that based on everything that he's been doing, and also based on the fact that she has no reason to be honest about that. I mean,
Yeah.
she has no reason to say it if it's not the truth, and she said it.
She's almost
Yeah,
certainly looking for a job with AEW right now, or maybe somewhere in Japan, but probably AEW.
did you say that you think she is?
Almost certainly. AEW
Really?
would get her working with her friends anyways, so.
Who does she know in AEW?
Marina Shafir.
I've never even heard that name. Oh, is that one of the UFC people you said that she fought?
Yeah,
Okay.
when Shayna came into duty, she kind of came in. She wound up bringing in later on 3 of her friends from MMA, which included Ronda, and for a little bit they would call themselves the 4 Horsewomen of MMA, even though they never really got stuck together as a stable.
Okay.
And Marina Shafir was also in that group, and she went up marrying old Roderick Strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then cutting purportedly one of the worst promos in AEW history, if not all of wrestling history.
Do you know anything about it, like how it went?
I've seen one clip, which is just simply she points at the fans. You don't know me! You don't know me! And she starts pointing at individual fans in the front row. You don't know me! You don't know me! You don't know me! And she just keeps going for a little bit.
That would get pretty tedious, I'd say, yeah.
AEW letting people do whatever they want sometimes means that some guys' ideas of how to cut a promo is just to go out and shit the fucking bed.
Yeah, I've been hearing that it's not really all that great. Well, I mean, I've been hearing that for a while. I guess, what's her name? I guess we might as well call her Mercedes Moné now, since that's what she seems to want to go with.
Yeah.
Cornette was saying that they debuted her, and basically her whole promo was essentially like, yeah, I'm rich, and I took time off because it was like a really big deal that I took time off because I hurt my ankle, but now I'm back and I'm about to take over the world or whatever. And I guess it just sounded like it wasn't really that interesting of a promo. I don't know, but I guess like they spent tons of money to bring her in, and I guess I don't know if it's true, but I read somewhere that she asked to be paid as much as like some of the top male stars. I don't know.
And
I know
she
she's
said even
good.
before
But...
she signed that she's going to go back to WWE one day. So
Oh,
it's 100% just that modern AEW is the new fucking modern WCW of show up, and if you have enough hype behind you, Tony will give you a blank check instead of Eric giving you a blank check.
that's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what Cornette was saying. I didn't know that she just straight up said that she's going to be going back to WWE one day.
Yeah.
I don't know what she. I mean, why not go back now then? I wonder what she's waiting for. What the issue even is.
Because I'm sure she got AEW now to agree to pay her like $300K.
Yeah, I guess that's all it comes down to.
She'll take
yeah.
that for like 2 years, and then she's got to go back to WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that really does make sense.
If there's a fucking rich young cokehead handing out free money, there's a great model. There's a great line I love from The Wire when a corrupt politician is called on his bullshit because he's discreetly receiving hush money from a drug dealer. And he says, "Do you think I have the time to ask every motherfucker where the money's coming from? I'll take any motherfucker's money if he's just giving it away."
Which is true. I mean, that's why a lot of people went to WCW. They're like, well, fuck it, I don't care. They paid really good. I don't care what they do.
Yeah. And they more or less had a job of just show up once every month. We employ you to do a job to Hogan.
Yeah, pretty much what it come down to, yeah.
Or Goldberg.
Goldberg seemed to job out the mid-carders, whereas Hogan seemed to be the one who had to go over all the big names.
Yeah, well, emphasis on big with Hogan.
Yeah, I mean, because that's obviously Hogan's whole fucking MO, insecure prick. Insecure and or narcissist. I'm honestly not sure what it is. He's a candidate for... Yeah,
I think Hogan's got stunted development. He is in his mind reliving WrestleMania 3 over and over and over again.
You think so? Always chasing that dragon?
Always. He got that high once, and he could never get it again, and he just wants it back so fucking bad.
There's a strong possibility. I mean, I would believe it. Gotta go over everybody. Gotta make sure that everyone knows that he's number one. Gotta make sure that everyone sees that he can beat everybody. I remember
he's got to be the hero of America to the Hulkamaniacs, brother, by beating the Giant, brother. It was such an underdog, brother, and such a Hogan dog, brother. It
was a Hogan dog, huh?
The under Hogan.
The under Hogan, yeah. Yeah, I could picture all that as being legitimately how he feels. That's just, that's the kind of person he is. Just a gross fucking human being. I mean, not gross like McMahon, obviously, but still just a piece of shit.
When the Hulk Hogan exploded the Andre brother, and then the Layla Ali called the Hogan brother to tell Hogan to set the ring on fire, brother, and then the Hogan brother shot on the Iron Sheik, brother. One love.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him say the one love thing in a while, but then I guess I haven't seen a tweet of his in a while either. I was hoping that maybe he dropped it, but I don't know.
The last tweet I
saw. Yeah, what do you got?
The last tweet I saw was a year or two ago. Hogan deleted it almost immediately after tweeting it out. I don't know why he tweeted it out to begin with, but people were able to take a screenshot of it as soon as he tweeted it out. But Hogan tweeted out, "I'm out of toilet paper in the bathroom, brother, help." What? I don't know why he tweeted that out. Did he think it would be funny?
Other than that, I can't think of any other reason why he would have done it. I mean, surely he couldn't have imagined that somebody would have gotten back to him. Like, oh, I'm nearby. Where are you? What stall? I'll help. But that sounds like what bizarre humor that would be, though. He doesn't seem like he'd find that funny.
I mean, Hogan must have a sense of humor. We haven't gotten to see it much, but...
I was gonna say, I can't think of... I've heard him, like, just chuckle describing things from time to time. Like, oh, yeah, and then this thing in wrestling. I tell you. Just like that kind of thing. I've never heard him actually, like, laugh. Yeah, I don't know now. That's... I don't know. I can't... Yeah, Hogan's just a weird fucking person.
He is.
In his own special little world that's all about himself, clearly.
Yeah, sometimes movies will depict when you read a person's mind, there's like a unique environment in there. When you read Hogan's mind, it's like a theme park, Hogan World.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
a variety of Hogan-based rides. We got the atomic leg drop right next to the axe bomber.
And he's the only person who can ride everything because that's as usual. It's all about him.
Oh no,
He's,
no!
no.
Everybody rides them.
Oh, because then that way they can, what would be the wrestling terminology? Oh, everyone rides them. I guess it really kind of sums it up just right there. Everyone rides them. Everyone rides the axe drop or the leg drop. Everyone rides the axe handle or whatever it was that you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It's really sad to me that I used to really, not necessarily look up to him. Like he wasn't my hero as he was to a lot of other people, but yeah, I liked him a lot. He was my favorite as a little kid. And it's like you grow up and as they always say, never meet your heroes. But it's like wow, yeah, he really is just one of wrestling's greatest pieces of shit. I mean, a lot of people just kind of like let it go, like he's whatever, he's likes to tell tall tales. No, he's like a sociopath. He's a pathological liar and a sick, greedy, insecure narcissist who always has to be like above and on top of and better than everyone else at all times, no matter what. And he raised some fucked up, stupid fucking kids. Well, I don't know. I guess Brookie or Brooke Tina or whatever. I guess she's okay. I don't know. She seems like an
Despite
idiot.
Hogan's best attempts.
Yeah, despite his best efforts. Yeah, she seems. Yeah, again, she seems like an idiot, but I guess like not.
She
not
hasn't killed
she
anyone.
I was gonna say, yeah, she hasn't harmed anybody, to my understanding, at least not yet. It's
Oh,
always time.
gotta get suntan up those cheeks, sister.
Yeah, it was so fucking gross. What grown father lathers up his daughter in a little skimpy bikini? That's yeah, obviously it speaks for itself, and everyone has spoken about it. And go ahead, what?
Gotta get you over with the pop stars, brother. Brookster's the next, the Britney Spears brother.
He did say that at one point. I think he actually might have said those exact words. Which, if so, that's pretty sad.
All Hulk's family's stars, brother. We all body slam Andre.
We all, at least in spirit or metaphorically.
No, literally.
Yeah, that also sounds like something he would say.
Hulk's brother has a perfect memory, brother.
Yeah, he's demonstrated that time and time again. I mean, obviously I have a bad memory, but I mean, shit. I'm not just making up stuff that just like I would literally have to be out of my mind to have believed in the first place. Like if he just said something like, "Oh yeah, when I beat Warrior, it was 1992," it'd be like, "No, it was 1990." But whatever, he made a mistake. But he'll, as you said, the whole thing about like, well, for example, I broke Andre. I guess like, what the fuck, man? The ring being set on fire and everything. Which I mean, do we know?
Favorite.
He's so awful, but like, was it? Could it, I'd have to hear the quote again. Is it something he could have said, again, like metaphorically? Was he saying that he said?
I need to find the exact recording one day because I would love so much to hear it.
Yeah. I only heard it third hand. I think it was Brian Last that I heard it from, listening to just a collection of Hogan's lies.
Yeah.
Which really kind of says it all right there to begin with.
Oh yeah. Well, who are the other best liars in wrestling? Because I mean, there's Billy Jack, but Billy Jack, it's questionable how much.
He's a lunatic.
Yeah, Billy Jack, I don't know that I'd call him a liar. He's just mentally ill.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, again, when you listen to the shoot where he said the thing about Benoit, he just it was very disturbing that he would just suddenly lash out into yelling what he was saying. Like he would every now and then emphasize a word by screaming it. And that was like you could tell like that's a very mentally unstable type of behavior. Like he was off, like he was just not right in the head. You could tell. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Was Ric Flair known for being much of a liar? Seems like he would be, but I can't think of any lies that he's like famous for having told.
Well, Rick, I want to say yeah, Rick's been up to some stuff because I know he started going on some podcast and like making up issues with Arn Anderson and going like, well, Arn, you fuck you this, that, and another. And when Arn was asked on his own podcast about it, Arn more or less just went, what? What's Arn? Because Arn's such a sweet, gentle old dude. Like Arn was just like, no, I don't remember any of that. I thought me and Rick were cool.
Yeah. Really quick, I can continue talking about this, but because I made the mistake of not resetting the bed that I put down, and because I just died by falling whatever like 6 feet with half a heart, I have been respawned way back over by your house.
Okay, give me a minute. I can make you a boat.
Hell, yeah. I guess if you have a spare tool, otherwise I'll have to go craft some.
Yeah, yeah. Come around to the dock of my boat of my house. Actually, there should be a leftover boat for you on the inside of the docks.
Yeah, I suppose if you want me to go ahead and take it, then I guess you can always make your own
I'm
another
pretty sure
time.
that's your boat to begin with.
I might be, yeah, from when we sailed before. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I
No
wasn't
problem.
expecting to have to sail back home. All right, off I go. But yeah, trying to think of
Double
rustling
creeper,
wires.
triple
Double
creeper.
creeper. Oh shit. Well,
Oh,
don't you
my sword
yourself get?
broke.
Oh, that's bad timing.
Yes, it is. Okay, speedcraft. Let's go. Okay, speedcraft successful. Thank fuck.
Thank fuck. Thank the god of fuck.
Well, there's a good couple of those. Aphrodite.
Charlie Manson claimed himself to be one.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah.
And being a neo-Nazi to escape punishment in prison.
Yeah, there's that. Oh boy, I went the wrong way. Okay, great. Now I have to turn around. I don't know how I went this direction. I went off into that new area with the spruce forest or whatever that you found.
Yeah, you want to find, you want to go to Pink's place.
I
And
wanted to
just
go to Pink's place. Yeah. I thought I was going in that direction, but I guess not.
Yeah. You want to go through the little canal I dug, which is not too far from the pier at all.
Okay. Now where the fuck am I? What the fuck?
I'll go down the boat and I'll find you.
I turned backwards and now I'm suddenly nowhere near. Wait, is this your place up in the distance? There it is. Okay, never mind. I was just seeing nothing but like open seas for a few seconds. It's like what is this? But I guess just it took a while because of the rain for the graphics to render or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, head through that canal and you're good. Just keep going.
Okay.
You're gonna take a left at that fork right in front of you, and then that'll lead you to Pink's place.
Okay. I feel like I took a different way last time. I mean, regardless, as long as I get to where I'm going. No, I do think I went this way. I don't know. I tend to lose track. My navigation skills are not really as good as they used to be.
Some things you just got to get used to. Also, you've not been back in this place for a while.
I haven't. That's true.
Hmm.
Did
Did what?
Okay, wait. I'm at Pink's place, but I didn't go from Pink's place. I made my house. Did I not make my house straight forward from that cave you guys found? I don't think I came straight up from.
No, you didn't.
I came up.
It's straightforward from Pink's Pier.
Okay. It's pretty sad that I can't even remember my own fucking home. All right. What is your situation? As I just sail and just wait for my island to eventually show up?
Well, I'm out of fucking coal, so I think I'm gonna sail the coastline and see if I find coal embedded in the side of hills.
What did you do with your current coal?
Used it all. Made torches. Cooked some
Okay.
things.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
I could chop down a bunch of trees, actually, and I'd do just as fine.
It takes forever, though. I don't know. Was I doing something wrong that it took like I don't know, like it was one piece of wood, one piece of coal, like at a time?
Yeah, you just leave it cooking and you walk away for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as you're doing something else, it's not so bad.
Yeah. No, don't let this tree be too big, or else I'm going to light the rest of it on fire. Here we go, yep.
I think this is my place.
Oh, fuck, this is too big. The fire rises!
The fire rises.
For you!
For you?
Time to go mobile!
For you?
For you! Mobile for you! Man's new cell phones! I'm selling cell phone service! I guarantee most of them aren't bombs!
Alright, I got myself.
To a regular civilian.
Yeah, you wouldn't give it to an ordinary citizen.
Alright, an ordinary citizen. I grew up in a cave.
What did you say?
I grew up in a cave in a hole in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
My face is fucked.
My face is fucked? For you? That's a weird thing to say.
That Joker guy was pretty weird. This guy's kind of weird, too.
Yeah. I mean, they really kind of are.
Maybe I should start wearing hockey pads.
Yeah. Meet a whole different crew that way. I'm lost again, which is very unfortunate.
Did you not go straight out from the pier?
From what I could tell, I was going straight out, but without having anything to go by, any landmarks or whatever to go by, and with it raining, I don't have the best view. I think I might have turned it a little bit, like, angled off in the wrong direction.
Yeah, you shouldn't turn at all.
I wasn't trying to. No, like I said, I was, by going straight, I felt like I was going straight, but with the visibility as low as it is, I couldn't quite tell if I was going straight. Like without anything without any, what's the word? I mean, again, I guess without any kind of landmark to judge my progress against, I couldn't tell if I was going straight or going somewhat sideways, so I think I might have gone off course.
Okay, I'm sailing out to try and find you then, I suppose.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous that I should need my hand held in this way, but fucking, yeah, I'm just out in the middle of what appears to be an open sea. I mean, I haven't traveled back there since the first time either, so I don't remember how long it takes to get there. I don't know if I'm, like, way too far, if I haven't gone far enough, or what. Fuck, I'm turning around. Although, honestly, I can't even... Yeah, I'm out in open sea, so I don't even know if I have correctly turned around. I might be going sideways now, for all I fucking know. I guess probably I'll have to say goodbye to all the stuff that I had in my person, which is really great.
You'll hit land eventually.
Yeah, sooner or later, at some point, it will happen.
Having to sail one-handed here, because the cat is insisting I pet her with the other hand.
You giddy. I picked up a floating treasure map for whatever that's worth.
Oh! I may have dumped that out on the high seas.
Well, it was by a little island, a tiny little island. It was almost like an island that looks like it had like a little sort of like a house on it. Barely even a house. It was like something that was like built into the desert, from what I can tell. Very hard to explain.
Oh.
Yeah.
That might be the beached half of the ship, in which case, stay right there.
I'm not there now.
Oh, piss.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm with the map. I can see where your general location is in relation to me. But you're down in the far corner of the map, so that doesn't necessarily help.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just keep going until our paths cross, or you go in a different direction on the map, and then I can turn around and follow you.
Okay, kitty, I pet you enough. I've scratched your gums. There you go.
Scratched his gums? Her gums?
Yeah. Well, not scratched, but rubbed.
Oh. I found... It doesn't look like a ship, but I found the thing where I found the map. There you are.
Yeah, it's the back half of a ship. Okay, just
This is the back half of a ship.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is the relevant landmark, really, to get to your place. So just keep going in the direction where the exposed half is.
You mean where you're going now?
Yeah.
Then I was going the right way. Maybe I just cut myself off too early.
Yeah, you just gotta keep going in one direction. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything distract you.
I just hadn't remembered it being that long.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was more or less in the right direction then, I guess. That's good.
Yeah. Boy,
Here
it's funny
comes
that now you
Mikey.
can look at the ocean floor and it's like, boy, I bet there's a lot of cool stuff to explore down there.
Yeah, there probably is. Not just endless sand and deep, deep, deep depths.
Yeah. Now let's see. I can make out the wood planks in the distance. I think that's your place.
Could be.
You're right behind me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot see the planks. Because again, this pack I guess makes it to where you can't fucking see anything. Oh, now you disappeared.
Oh. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, I got
Yeah,
out of
okay.
draw distance a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it is. The draw distance seems to be worse on this texture pack, which is kind of shitty because it's good pack otherwise.
Okay, now just for the sake of the future, for whenever you are coming upon the coastline and you can't recognize where your house is from the draw distance, let me make something the draw distance is gonna have a serious trouble not finding.
Yeah, I forgot I was going to do something like this earlier, and then I just didn't get around to it yet. I didn't realize I was going to do that exact thing. Make it as tall as you want.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty of cobble, so I could hypothetically reach the top of the world here, but I won't.
Really?
I think.
Well, that's
It's
pretty
difficult
impressive.
to say. They made it a lot taller at some point.
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, if they made the ground or the depths a lot lower, it seems like they would have probably done the same thing for the sky. Well, thanks for the assistance.
No problem.
Yeah, our spawn point set. I thought I did that the first time, but I guess not.
Alright, I'm heading back to my place.
All right. This shouldn't happen again from my current setup. I should be good now.
Alright.
Have to make sure not to break a bed again. All
Yep.
that because I saw a yellow bed and I thought, oh, cool, I want a yellow one.
Huh. Yeah, whenever you put in a new bed, make sure from now on to right click it or left tap it with the left trigger. There you go.
I don't know why I hadn't, but I guess I must not have.
You silly bitch.
Apparently so. Seems like a fair assessment, all things considered.
That's what I'm known for. Anytime I call someone a silly bitch, it's because they're a silly
It's
bitch.
warranted, yeah.
I know a silly bitch when I see one. And last night I spilled a soda. I'm just now seeing spots where I didn't get it with a wet paper towel properly. So
No, now who's a silly bitch?
I am too.
That's right.
I am also a silly bitch. I am correcting my assertion of myself as a silly bitch. Ugh.
Oh, you still tired, huh?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, understandable.
Whenever I get back to my place, I'm going to cut this recording. It's gone on for probably over 2 hours by now.
Close to it, I think. Well, I don't know, actually. Somehow 2 hours seems like it's too long. It doesn't feel like we've been talking that long.
Yeah.
I don't think we started playing right at noon, did we? Well, I guess on my end it
No,
would
it's
have been
probably about 1:20, 1:30 maybe.
noon. Okay.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
regardless, you can
Yeah,
cut
an
wherever
hour
you
and a
want to.
half is also a good point to cut it.
Yeah, it is.
Also, I want to help myself to some of these ketchup potato chips.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I was having some kettle chips not too long ago myself. I haven't had those in a while, and I forgot how good they are.
Oh, yeah. Like potato chips, just a little bit less greasy.
Yeah, a little less greasy, a little bit
bit more
drier, a little bit
crisp.
crunchier. Yeah, it's the big thing, I think, is the crispiness. From what I can tell, that's what most people like about them.
Yeah.
Fuck you, creeper.
Fuck me. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
For you.
Fuck you for you.
Do it for yourself. Self-care is important. Love yourself, literally.
Some odd life advice from Maine today. Also, make sure to wash your hands 7 times a day. Get under the fingernails very closely.
A minute and a half.
Is that what they say too? Like you're supposed to brush your not brush your teeth rather, but wash your hands for a minute and a half.
Brush your teeth, too.
Well, that too. Oh, for fuck's sake.
And don't get killed by zombies.
Yeah, it was one of the little fast ones, and I had just gotten to the damn village to start collecting all my stuff again. The village is a little bit of a trip, more than I'd like to make over and over and over and over again. Not even really much of a village. There's no point in going there anymore, other than just to take whatever little few things that are left that I can still find to steal, which is mainly just the cat. I left a donkey there though too. I need to get him.
I could breed him with that other donkey and get a donkey farm rolling.
Yeah, I was hoping to have that started.
I gotta say, I said him. I love that, like, it's, like, completely non-gendered animals, so they're just all fucking each other. Like, when you can get 4 animals, and all 4 of them are equally capable of reproducing babies with each other. Like, mathematically, that does not work out in real life.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Unless in this game, they're just, they have no preferences, and they're all somehow capable.
Well, it's like Sims 2 with the aliens, right?
I wouldn't know. I actually, believe it or not, always avoided as much as I possibly could any fantastical stuff in The Sims. Not my cup of tea for that game.
So in Sims 2, if you had a character stargaze enough, I remember back when
Oh, they can get abducted, and if it's a male, they'll get pregnant. I remember that now.
Yes.
Yeah, it never happened to me, but I did read about it.
Yeah, I remember way back when I was running the Sims game for our group, and everybody was, I was posting for everybody's amusement. I thought, it'd be the fucking funniest thing. One of these fuckers needs to get pregnant by an alien. And for a little bit, I thought on it, and ultimately I decided now it's a bit less funny because now we're tired of the dude in real life. But the one I made get pregnant by aliens was Clown.
Oh, okay.
I figured he'd be the one out of us that would get the most kick out of it, but if memory serves, he seemed kind of bothered. Then again, in hindsight, he just
bothered.
Yeah.
Like it concerned him that much that this happened to his fictional character?
No, I mean, Clown was always sensitive about, if memory serves, Clown was always sensitive about homoerotic humor, too. He was always a little bit, he wasn't willing to go in for it, right?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I guess
that's something there he was concerned about. I don't know.
Yeah. And what he didn't know that entire time was that he was gay for LSD.
Yeah, he was gay for whatever, living life in a way that was very reckless and irresponsible.
Hey, I'm
to
gay
him,
for
that was the living responsibly.
That, but also charcoal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Charcoal's a good homosexual alternative.
Yeah.